also. So Kyoko, we're trying for Tuesday, right? So Tuesday is slightly different from Monday. Later on at 9:15, the sec4 students is their usual slot, like 9:15. They usually have a 45-minute slot on Tuesday. So usually I prefer that you guys are not in, but I think next week something will change, hopefully for the better. What I'm saying is for this Tuesday, you will study with them. Not very different from studying with other sec3 student, which is Aditya and Ainesh, right? Because during normal school days, all of you study different things. Even though you guys are sec3, you guys are just too different, so to speak. So we'll just be studying this and that and doing our own homework and stuff, right? So in that respect, it doesn't matter a lot if you're with sec4 or sec3 because we won't be having a common class only during school days. Okay? So again, what I'm saying that school days are just different from holiday tuition because holiday tuition, we do tend to study same things because we're studying things in advance. Okay? So for today, give me your update on school first.
We're still doing logarithm. My class is quite behind. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like the speed. Okay, I mean, I guess if it is slow, it is good. What do you think about the speed?
I honestly think it's quite slow. For email also it's very
Oh
very
my
slow.
goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is a good time for me to ask. That means we're just chilling out, right? We're just relaxing for now. We're just a bit scared that it's too slow, right? Correct? Right? So I haven't asked this clearly, right? So how good or how bad is your A math class for you?
Uh um like in terms of the teachers teaching or just the pace and
Okay.
the
We have to do this. So okay, let's go to Jamboard. Okay, since we have some time for ourselves, right? We can do this. So where's the Jamboard? Kyoko, yeah, okay. Okay, so on page 3, yeah, this is 28, right? 28. Are you inside?
the 0626.
Yeah, we continue using that. I'm at page
Okay.
3. I put it 28. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So from a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the best, right? The best. I want you to think about the best class you ever had, and that's the whole package. The best class that you ever had during your school days, from primary to sec4, sec3, not limited to math. It can be any subject. Okay, the best class. Right? Do you have one in mind? Maybe you have more than one.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what class and what grade was that?
With any subject.
Or any subject, as long as you think that's the best class. Yeah.
I actually take literature.
Okay, very good.
And like we have to memorize quotes and analyze the story and the
Yeah.
context and like
Yeah.
poems and all that. But
Yeah.
like sometimes like the book we're doing now is a play about racism in the past.
Yeah.
So uh like there's a lot of background information that we can link with and all that, and our teachers give very good suggestions on like how to write our uh essays and like an analysis, and give like uh techniques and examples, and then like expose us to more vocabulary and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you saying that your literature class is the best class you ever had from primary to secondary?
uh it's the class I most enjoy.
Very good. I like that. So let's call that literature sec 3, correct?
Yeah.
From 0 to 10, give it a mark. It's your own marking. You decide what kind of mark is literature sec 3.
But it,
8. Okay, so I'm going to put here lit sec 3.
yeah.
Now, this is your own grade and marking, so it's up to you. But let me just basically, you're saying that there is no other class during your school days, these 9 years, that has ever gone beyond 8 lah.
I have had math class in lower secondary,
Hmm.
but it was mainly just my teacher just followed the textbook, and because the textbook has examples, then my teacher will like just copy paste them on the board, but he will explain through it, and then he will make us do practice to a similar question in the textbook. But that was it. Yeah.
So, and that's not 8 marks lah, according to you.
I'll give like a 7 because it's like consistent.
All right. 7 is as a comparison. This is your math sec 2, is it? Sec 2 or sec 1? Sec 2. Right.
1 and 2.
Sec 1 and 2. Most excellent. Good. Now, as a guideline, you're going to think about the worst class you ever had.
Okay.
And you're going to give it a mark also, right? Just
okay. I will say it's my math lessons this year. Both E-math and A-math.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. I'm very interested to hear. Before you do that, let me greet Aryan and Aditya first. Okay, wait. You're gonna think about what is the mark lah, for oh dear. Right. This answers everything, right? Now I know why you are taking tuition, right? Right. Okay, that's obvious. So Aryan, I can see you, yeah? Can you hear me loud and clear?
Hello?
All right, yes, Aryan. Okay. So give me a quick update, yeah? Is exam coming or not?
They haven't really given me an update as well yet.
That's very weird. What if exam is coming? It's supposed to be this week, no?
I think it might be next week.
Okay, so we are not doing any exam this week. So what topic are we doing?
I'm not really sure.
Nothing happens in the math that nothing happening in A-math, really?
No, we started E-math.
On what?
Yesterday, vectors.
Okay, all right. So today for 45 minutes, you have a choice. You can study A-math again, or we should study vector slightly further than the class, because vector is going to be hard.
Can I study A-math?
You can, but what topic?
Kinematics.
You're going to do your own practice, though? Yes?
Yeah.
Are you going to select from the textbook?
Yeah, textbook
is fine. Right, I'll just follow, yeah? So just a normal, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kyoko, wait, I'll be greeting Mike. Mike, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Mike, any quick updates for A-math or something else if you want to?
I guess we're learning about physics in A-math.
Kinematics, is it?
Yeah.
Should we study kinematics today, or should we study something else?
The question that I couldn't answer last week.
Which one would that be? Wait. Mike. Where's Mike's Jamboard? Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. After I answer that, what are you going to study today?
E-math revision, I guess.
Why is that so?
Because I realized that I do not know a few things about e-math. Yeah.
Is there any emergency exam coming up?
No.
Very good. What makes you want to study EMAT now? Because you have a homework. So we're going to revise using this paper homework, is it?
Yeah, it's not the main paper.
Right. Okay. Now, in that case, Mike, that means we're just simply asking questions from the paper. Am I correct?
Yeah.
All right. Feel free to do that. We'll do that. Okay. I'll answer your question, but feel free to do other things first where I receive update from other people. Okay. So you continue doing your stuff. Yeah. Noah, do you have anything to do today? Meaning homework, updates, whatever.
Not really. I have no homework today.
So school is starting very slow, yeah?
Homework.
Are you doing well? As in, are you feeling tired?
A bit, yeah.
I would normally not recommend this, but I'm not sure why you're feeling very tired just after holiday, right? But I don't need to know if you don't want to tell. I'm just saying, would you like to take a little bit of break, like today and this Thursday? Will that help or not? Your AMAT is fine, you see. Your AMAT is probably the best right now.
Sorry?
Since I think your AMAT is the best right now, would you like to take a short break this Tuesday and this Thursday? Will it help you? Will it help you or not?
Oh, no, it's okay. I want to come.
You sure? Right. Since there's no
Yeah,
homework.
I have some things to ask.
All right. Then please do that. Right. You can ask anything, yeah. Right. If you have. Yeah. Okay. So Michael and Aryan, I'll go back to Kyoko first, yeah, because I was doing something. Okay, Kyoko, your this year's AMAT and EMAT are the same class and the same teacher, yes?
Different teachers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And both of them are 1 mark.
Yeah.
Oh man. No need to ask why again, right? Okay, so AMAT Sec 3, EMAT Sec 3. I had this experience before, yeah. Obviously, not every student's AMAT and EMAT class is that bad, okay? But I have had this experience before, according to the student. Just cannot make it one, something like that, no? This basically means, fortunately or unfortunately, you are forced to study yourself. No?
Yes.
You are forced to study yourself even in class.
Yeah.
There is no point in following the class as long as you don't disturb anybody, as long as when the teacher asks you, you can answer, as long as you do all the homework, and as long as your exam is fine. You do not follow the class. Simple as that, clear cut. Correct?
Yeah.
So from now on, I will act and I will ask you, and you will do as if you have whatever 2 hours every week for AMAT and 2 hours for EMAT. Is it 2 hours, something like that? Total?
Okay.
Something like that. 2 hours, right? For your whole week in AMAT and EMAT, around 2 hours.
School?
Or in school, yeah, in school. Total?
Wait, let me check.
Yeah. Total.
3 hours each week for AMAT.
And EMAT?
And 1 hour per week.
For EMAT.
Yeah.
Right. So these 4 hours, of course, you still have to do your homework and everything, but you are basically going to study independently. Okay. And if you feel that I don't know what I'm supposed to do in class tomorrow, you're going to ask me, what is the effective thing, what's the useful thing to do tomorrow in class? Because you're not going to follow the class too much. just don't cause trouble too much. Just to do that. Yeah. So if your teacher doesn't object you to doing questions faster than he or she, then you will be fine. Okay, right? If your teacher objects and you say you're never caught, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I will be very happy if you continue doing that lah. Because if not, we'll be in trouble. Big trouble, right? Okay, right. So I'm not going to ask you too much update except that the topic went already. That's all, right?
Yeah.
So haven't started anything, right?
No.
Right, just logarithm. So do we have to study logarithm now, or can we continue with binomial?
Continue.
Okay, continue with the binomial. That's it, lah. Simple, right? Okay, you choose your own question. So you are now an independent student, right? This happens to be very good skill for uni, lah. So I take it as a blessing in disguise. As weird as that sounds. Okay. Okay, right. So are there any questions so far?
Yeah.
Show me the problem first.
Actually, no, sorry. It's
You're
fine.
saying? Sorry, you're saying?
No, there's no problem.
All right, very good. Michael, right? So we are doing the we're doing the displacement. Okay, right. So I was telling you a few things, right? You need to use the triangle, right? So what is the relationship between the two triangles, Michael?
They are similar.
All right. And similarity allows you to do basically ratio comparison.
Yeah.
Right.
Do I assume that my is 12 cm?
My. Okay, my. Okay. And this is the problem. You do have a problem, right? So I'm going to say no first. I'm going to explain sooner or later, hopefully sooner. Okay, no. Okay, you're going to say my as, I suppose, very interestingly, my happens to be the height of the liquid.
Yeah.
It happens to be the height. And therefore, it's a very special interest to the question. Okay, my is h, and then we'll call the xy to be the r at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, this r also happens to be going to be inside your volume formula anyway, because you'll be needing dVdh. You need to have some formula for v at least, right? So what's the volume for Coke?
1/3 pi r square h.
Right, pi r square h, right? So this r will be that. So instead of using the label that you use, I'm going to use h and r, but there's no problem with the label itself. Now watch that. H over r. Basically, this over that, using similarity, will be equal to, notice that I'm using the small triangle here. So I must be comparing it with the bigger triangle, correct? I must be.
Oh, h over r is equal to 20/4.
Right, the maximum triangle. Because I can compare with any triangle I want. I can compare with a smaller triangle, I can, right? I can compare with this tiny triangle, I can, right? If I want to.
Yeah.
But I do not want, because the big triangle, I have numbers. I like numbers. I already do not want to use this as 12 anyway, right? So I am already resisting myself, right? Now, as soon as I say that, I'm going to contradict myself. So it seems, and I'm going to do that, 20/4, and then the r during h equals to 12 is going to be equal to?
Wait, let me do the math.
2.4, right? Okay. Now, you will be needing this 2.4 radius. You will be. That is the radius when the h is 12. Okay? You will be needing it, but you shall not. You will not use it right now. And I'm going to explain. Okay, I am going to explain. Before that, use this guy, your triangle method results in this in order to solve your dVdh problem. You want dVdh, man? Correct?
Yeah.
You cannot have dVdh. This is supposed to help you solve it. Do you understand?
Okay.
Please do that. Please do that. This should seem familiar.
Am I just supposed to use the thing and find out what H is, or yeah?
You're gonna ask yourself that question, yeah, because you're not an amateur AMAT student. You need dVdh, right?
Yeah.
So dVdh should come from V as a function of H, lah, correct?
Yeah.
Who's the troublemaker here?
R.
So what do you want to do with R?
Get rid of it.
Yeah. So please do that. Right? Noah, any question?
Yeah.
Kyoko, use the video, I suppose, unless you're using the Jamboard, isn't it? You are using the. So where are you doing it, Kyoko? So I'm trying to follow you. Kyoko.
I was okay.
Because you're continuing the question 11, right?
Yeah.
Still stuck by it. Remember, in normal days question, normal day tuition, when you're stuck, you do something else, maybe question 12 or something like that, right? And then we'll go back to question 11 so that we don't waste time. Okay. So that brings me to my original question. Do you want me to follow you using Jamboard or video?
Jamboard.
All right, Jamboard then. But do something else while waiting. Okay. Back to you, Noah. Yes, Noah. Your question is?
This.
The problem is the practice now 13, is it?
Practice now 13.
Okay. Zoom in a bit, please. Just a bit. Cannot see. Very good. Okay. Show me the working also. Okay. So now show me your working, Noah. Now your Jamboard should. Oh, I don't have your Jamboard, right? Okay. So Noah, I'm gonna find your Jamboard first, right?
Made one.
Can we use the old one? Let me just check first. No, I have 10.05. So there's a very old Jamboard, but it's still usable, right? So let's go to 10.05 and use it for today.
Okay.
Right. So I put your problem, and then you're gonna show me your working, yeah. Show me your working, no?
This is the I have no working.
Oh, sorry, you don't know how to start.
Yeah.
I'm reading it, yeah. Oh, goodness me, right. So notice that what they want, it is y dx, right? So y dx is with the respect to the x-axis, correct?
Yeah.
So the red guy, which is 29, tells you that this is 29, no, correct? That one is 29, right?
Okay.
Notice that he wants this as the next question. He wants the blue guy, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some hints. This is a rectangle and this is a rectangle. This is also a rectangle. Rectangles are easy, correct? Correct.
So they're asking for the blue one.
Blue one. Do you understand why? Because x dy from 3 to 8.
Yeah.
X dy is this one, right? So rectangles. 29 includes this curvy guy and this rectangle. Rectangles are easy. Correct? Do you get it? Do you get the hint?
No.
29 is the red, but for the purpose of blue, you just want the curvy part, correct? Which is not 29.
Okay.
Correct? You know, rectangles. Okay, deal with it. Right? I think you can do it, yeah? Okay.
Okay.
Any questions about? Yes, Michael.
I have a ridiculous number if I have this.
A ridiculous number. Let me see first. Let me see how you deal with your V first. H equals to 5R. H equals to 5R is not a recipe for eliminating R. I'm very confused right now. I'm very, very confused right now.
I thought
This is
DVD.
very amateurish mistake. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Amateurish mistake. Very amateur. No, I don't like it. I don't like your mistake. Find your mistake. I don't like your mistake. This is not okay. This kind of mistake.
I thought we were trying to get rid of R.
Correct. So are you using h equals to 5r or h equals to r over 5? Which one is correct? Because both cannot be correct. Which one are you using?
H equals to 5R.
Is there a recipe for getting rid of r? Does it even make sense?
Oh, wait. No, wait.
Aryan, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Kyoko, all right? So what are you doing? You are doing... Okay, you have another question, right? So tell me the English part of this question, Kyoko. What is it? What do they want you to find? Kyoko, can you hear me?
Yeah, they want to find the first 4 terms in the expansion of this.
This one first. Oh, right. Now what you're doing is therefore you just expand this guy into the first 4, right? The first 4 and then multiply by this, right? So far, so good. That is roughly what you need to do. So let's see what happened after this, okay? I'm going to follow you through the expansion, right? Remember one more time, binomial is an estimate. It's not complete, correct? So you must draw like that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just follow you through page 3 and later on we can come back to page 2. Noah, okay?
I think so.
All right. Okay, you can always check the answer, right? So Michael, you are finally getting, finally getting somewhere. And I think it is now DVDHable, right? Definitely DVDHable.
I got
Yeah.
18.1.
Right. I'm gonna. I don't like the ugly number. I'll stick with fraction. Okay. I'll stick with fraction and pi lah. I think. So I think for A math we stick with exact numbers. So 144 over 25 pi, right?
Yeah.
Now write that down as a discipline. Write it down. 144 over 25 pi. Do not be obsessed with the decimal, right? Okay. This saves us time. So
yeah.
We have the DVDH, and so what are you going to do with the DVDH, right? And you even found the DVDH at h equals to 12. I suppose I would agree with that. I suppose that is very useful. What are you going to do with that? Because you're supposed to find the DHDT, right? You're supposed to find the DHDT. So what are you going to do with it?
Sub it in.
Okay, do your stuff. All right, and you can check the answer key. Do you have the answer key?
I think so.
All right, check. Aryan, everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Kyoko, right? Kyoko. So the first guy is 1. I agree with you. Yeah. The second guy is a 4x. I agree with you. Great. The third guy is yeah. Looks reasonable. Okay, I'm not sure, but it looks reasonable. Very reasonable.
I'm not sure how to do 9 part 1. I sent you the question.
Okay, let me see, Aryan. Yeah. So the question is very good. I'm gonna put it in our Jamboard here. Aryan, where's Aryan? Mike, Aryan. Where is Aryan's Jamboard? This one is Aryan's Jamboard. So we are at page. Wow, we're running off paper. We're running off stuff here, right? So 28th June, right? Question 9, part 1, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so reading, do you understand the question? Right, so understand the S, the displacement, right?
Yeah.
In this case, the height lah. So about the same as displacement. So you learn a little bit of physics in math here. What's the connection between displacement and velocity?
The differentiation of displacement is velocity.
Now, have you attempted this differentiating this guy with respect to Tila?
But then there's the velocity inside the S.
Now, you must understand, there is no velocity here. There's u though. U is an initial velocity, right?
Oh.
So that's not the variable velocity.
It's a
It is
constant.
basically a constant, and that's why it's not a problem. Same thing with G is not a problem. Same thing with S naught is not a problem, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so feel free to do so. Michael, is it correct? Michael?
Wait, wait, I forgot to ask you keys at the back. Wait.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but then it says positive 0.276.
Correct.
But that's
Alright,
because
so-
it's
Okay, so do you understand why? This is very important. Don't lose mark because of this.
because it says the cone is decreasing.
Correct. So your second final presentation should be a minus. Let's just be clear. The minus is fine. But the final answer, you omit the negative because he used the phrase decreasing.
Yeah.
This one, okay, yeah? We covered this before, yeah?
Yeah.
So one more time, the minus must be there and then omitted lah. Okay? Same thing lah. The -5 must be there. If you don't do -5, you will be wrong, I suppose lah. Okay? Right? Now, your original question. Do we do okay, we end up not using this lah. So even better, right? Even better. Even though you probably can if you want to, but that's not what the question wants, I think. So now, are we supposed to use the 12 here or not? Have you answered that question, or do you want more explanation?
I don't think so.
You want more explanation or not?
Sure, I want more explanation.
During DVDH, we basically admit that the H is still varying because the H is still decreasing, correct?
Okay.
Only when we focus on 12, remember one more time, even at 12, the height is still decreasing, even at 12.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
The water is just leaking out, the height is decreasing, and then we take a snapshot look. The snapshot happens to be during height equals to 12. The snapshot is misleading. The snapshot is not saying that the height is fixed, That's just because it's a photograph, frozen in time.
Yeah.
But the height is actually decreasing right after the photograph is taken. The 12 is transitory, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right. Now, acknowledging that, we must acknowledge the fact that the height and the radius is a variable. We must acknowledge that. That's why we dvdh. We never dvdh where the h is constant or a number. Never.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Then the question mentioned 12 right at the end because snapshot at 12, we want to know what's happening at that point. We want to know. Then we can use it later on to focus. But if you use it here, there is no H to DDH anyway. If you use it, so to speak.
Okay.
So the H is by nature, one more time, a variable. Of course, a variable can have a number. Oh, variable H is 12. Yeah, like variable X can be 2, can be 3. But when you dy dx, you never put in the X first, correct? Never, man. Like for example, you want to find a tangent, right? They ask you, hey, find the tangent at x equals to 2. Then they give you y equals to x squared minus 4x minus 1. Do you put these 2 in the y?
No.
Do. You dy dx first, pretending that you don't know the x. Then you become 2x minus 4, and then you put it at dy dx. Correct?
The gradient is 0.
Sorry, you were saying?
The gradient is 0.
The gradient of what?
dy dx.
The gradient is 0 when you're trying to find the maximum point. Stop saying that. Only when it's maximum point.
I know about the gradient, but dy dx, y equals to x squared minus 4x minus 1 is the graph. Then dy dx is the
gradient of the graph, right? Which is
Then
2x
if you
minus
sub
4.
and then if you sub x equal to 2, then the gradient is
0.
0.
So happen lah. I can change this to 3.
That's a
Now
straight
it's no
line,
longer
right?
0. Right?
That's a straight horizontal line, right?
I understand that dy dx 0 means a gradient of 0. Yes, I understand. Why are you focusing on that? Sorry. Why do you
No,
focus on that?
it's sorry. That's a. Is it a straight horizontal or vertical line?
You mean you don't know what gradient 0 means?
No, gradient 0 is by right should be the horizontal line, but then
Yeah.
they say the vertical line is undefined, but then the teacher usually says it's undefined. So I have no idea whether it's like
Undefined is infinite.
So is it infinite or 0? Because like
If it is 0, they say it is 0. There is no point saying 0 as undefined.
okay,
Undefined is absolutely not 0. Absolutely. Absolutely not 0. If it is 0, they say it is 0. If it is actually any number, they will say that number instead of undefined. If that makes sense. The only reason why they say it's undefined because no number can represent. That's the only reason why.
okay,
Infinity is not something we can represent, so to speak. We kind of admit that. Okay. Back to your original question. Do you put the x equals to 3 in the y?
no,
But why do you put it in the dy dx?
to find the gradient.
If all that is correct, you are correct lah. Then you are basically doing the same thing here. No? You don't put the h first because you know that h and r are the variables, but you don't put it first. You put it later.
If I put the x and the y, it's to find the y coordinate.
Correct. Exactly like this. Oh, if you want to put the h here as 12, no problem. You will find the r. That makes a lot of sense. Makes total sense. But never can you do that in dvdh. If your purpose is dvdh, you stop putting the h equals to 12 at first. You don't. Just like this. Make sense?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind because that's something just happen every time one in this kind of question. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Kyoko, are you okay? All right. So, oh yeah. No, you're doing it fine. Now, why do you stop at x squared? Because the question tells you, is it?
The question says, write down the first 4 terms in the expansion of the thing in ascending powers of x.
Oh, you should have written one more. Oh, because it's 0. Right?
Yeah.
It's 0.
And then the second part is.
Wait, that's very surprising. Sorry. I'm sorry. There's something wrong here. I'm sorry. Let me.
Okay.
Wait. Let me check. Wait. There's something wrong. Wait. Two. Sorry. Let me check. Yep, I found a mistake. So there's a mistake. Please kindly find the mistake because this is normal, common, careless mistake. Always happen in binomial. Too much numbers. Find your mistake, Kyoko. Finding your own mistake is something difficult. Please try. Noah, any problems so far?
I got a question.
Okay, please do. Michael, don't wait for me, Michael. I don't want you to wait. I want you to do something else.
Yeah.
Right.
They say to find area of region bounded by line and curve is like this.
Okay. What is your concern?
How do I know if the line is greater or the curve is greater?
All right. Now it is a visual. Be very clear. Yeah? It is a visual. If they don't give you the drawing, you must find out another way. But you must find out. So the easiest thing is, they give me the graph. I know because they give me. Most of the time, they do give. So the answer is very visual. Who is
When-
on top of the other? So
Yes.
look at this part. It's obvious from -3 to 1. Okay, in that range only, the is higher than the Who is the No.
What?
From -3 to 1, it is obvious if you see it visually, who is higher than the other guy.
Y equals x squared plus 2.
Are you sure that the curve looks higher than the line? Are you sure about that?
Wait, what does it mean by higher?
On top or on bottom of the other guy?
Which point of the curve?
Uh-oh. Now, the good news is this is something very easy to answer. You're probably making something easy difficult. Probably, Probably, I'm guessing. At -3, they are at the same point. At 1, they are at the same point. So they are not on top of each other. They are at the same point.
Okay.
But in between is what we're interested in. In between. In between, the line on top of the curve or the curve on top of the line.
The line.
That's it.
Oh,
So line minus curve, simply because the top guy minus the bottom guy, simply.
okay.
The other place, they switch, the curve is on top of the line. They switch.
Where?
Here and here, they switch places. Correct?
Yeah.
So if they ask you, and these places, from 1 to, 5, from -3 to -7, if they ask you for that, then you must say curve minus line.
Okay.
Right? Simple, yeah?
Oh, but if they don't give you a drawing, we just draw. And
we
it'll help you
must.
see.
We must.
Oh,
We must
okay.
find out. Okay, let me repeat this. We must. We must. We must. There's no other way. There's none.
Okay.
Okay. Aryan, you okay?
Yeah. Wait, actually, how do you find the total distance?
Distance is not displacement, right? So a bit more difficult, fair enough, yeah. So you will still be integrating the velocity, but there is a complication here, look. So at this point, makes sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So do you know what's the complication when you try to find displacement? Distance, sorry. Sorry. What's the complication here?
Complication is that there's only displacement.
Very simple. Distance can be gotten from displacement if you change the negative displacement into positive. Am I making any sense here?
Oh.
Right. So you must find out which part is positive, which one's part negative. That's the hard part. Okay, this part is positive. I'm going to leave it there. This part is negative. I'm going to change it to positive. Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right. Let me show you because the question has been preparing you for it already. Yeah. Okay, makes sense, Kyoko? Kyoko, are you okay?
What do you write?
Not used. Not used. Not used and not used. The reason is because they just want the first 4 term.
Okay.
So it's not part of the answer, meaning to say don't give them that because they just asked for the first 4. Like this basically simply disappear, basically simply disappear. Okay.
So in the working, I don't write this also.
Yeah, even though you do write this, and then you realize that one of them is not used. So even though you write it here, even though you can write it here the final answer, it disappears. Okay. The final presentation should disappear. Here, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay. Yeah. You continue with other questions first. You're moving ahead. So Aryan, again, show me the problem, right? The problem is, can I see part 2, part 3, part 4, and you're working also? Yeah?
Oh, there's a different question that asks for the answer.
Can you show me the full question and the full
Yeah.
working books? Okay, this one no need to wait for me. You can send immediately. Yeah, you know I'm going to ask for this thing, right? Michael, did you finish the previous question, the email one, the circle one?
Yes.
So you didn't actually have problem there.
Yeah, but I have problem now.
Later, yeah. Okay, I'll be with you later. I'll be waiting for Arya's question. Oh, now it's question 11, Arya.
Yeah.
All right. So your working is what? Oh. I see. So you basically do not know how to start. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay. Finding the displacement is easy though, right? Finding the displacement is you just integrate. Oh no, I'm sorry. You just integrate lah, right? So you just integrate. No. You don't even have to integrate. You already have the S one, right? So S at t equals to 3 pi over 2 is simply 2 sine 3 pi over 2, right? Done, right? Whatever this number is, okay?
Yeah.
Make sure that it is exact. So that's done. However, the distance is not the case because now draw the sine graph for me for 2 sine t using the Jamboard. Not so nice is okay. A sine graph, right? Right, okay. Good. Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. Now the x dots, the x thing. Who is this? Who is that? You know, what is this? What is that?
Oh, yeah.
What is this? What is this? What is this? What is that? Quickly, you're not amateur. Okay, I'm gonna stop you here. You should have known that this is radian. So you're not amateur, so you should know that they are using pi instead. Right now, here is your 3 pi over 2, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This is positive, correct? That's positive. You know from the area under the graph, right?
Yeah.
This guy is negative. Now, if you just integrate normally, so to speak, like this, what you will get is this positive plus this negative. You will end up with only this. Basically, you minus off the positive, you only get this, correct?
Yeah.
So in short, the distance traveled by the particle is not part one. It is more than part one. I'm giving you too much in already.
So you just integrate the S.
The S is already the displacement. You don't have to integrate. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm explaining things wrongly. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's even easier than that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I explained things wrongly. Yeah. Right. So at pi over 2, my distance at pi over 2 is 2 meter, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Now, from pi over 2 to pi, I travel backward, basically, correct?
Yeah.
So basically another 2 meter. And then this one, another 2 meter, but also backward, correct? Because my displacement gets negative, right?
Yeah.
So 6 meter.
Oh.
Make sense? But the first guy will just give you minus 2 meter. Right? And that's correct. My displacement is minus 2 meter at 3 pi over 2. That's also correct. Does this make any sense, Arya? Because we're probably moving a bit faster than the class. Does this make any sense?
Why is it like 3 times?
Yeah. Okay. How 0, like meter in terms of meter, right? Okay. So I start at 0 meter, right?
Yeah.
I move to 2 meter. That seems to be.
Yeah.
And then I move back 2 meter, and then I move back again 2 meter, right? That's what happened. So my distance move is 2, 2, 2, 6.
Yeah.
Although my displacement is minus.
Oh yeah. At 3 pi over 2 is the maximum like distance move from I mean the minimum displacement move from 0.
I'm not sure what that means, but if you understand this, then this whole thing.
Yeah.
And it will be very important, by the way. So it's good that you understand. Okay. I'll leave it to you. Okay. Right. So Kyoko, are you doing something new? Right. Oh my goodness, you're trying difficult stuff. Okay. One thing I like about your practice, Kyoko, is that you practice the pattern lah. Soon enough, you'll get it right. Yeah. I like that you're comparing things. Oh, you're quite systematic, is it? I like the way you do things. Huh? Good. I like it. Don't mind. Michael, what's your problem? Were you waiting for me? Were you doing anything else?
I'm staring at the question and thinking because do I need to like write a line for BDA to be like achievable?
You can do your own line one. There's no doubt. For example, you want to draw the line BD, if you want to. If you want to.
But like
BDA, because they ask you for BDA. I suppose writing BD is not a big problem, I suppose.
So
what stops you? Wait, before stop. What stops you from drawing the line BDA?
Not sure. Maybe like it's a typo or something.
No, BDA is quite easy to find. Not the easiest, but it's not complicated. I would dare say it's not complicated to find. I would dare say. Right, a dotted line would be right. Okay. No, any questions so far?
Yeah, spot on. I got the answer, but it's negative. So that means it's probably under the graph.
Which question is this? Which question?
The same question.
Same question. Are you talking about the line and the graph that we talked about just now?
Yeah.
Let me see your integration. Your integration is from. Wait, you already changed question, right? You already changed question.
Oh yeah, change question.
Okay, so let me see in the Jamboard. The graph 2x, yes, and the graph 4x minus x squared. So your problem is you forgot that 4x minus x squared is a frowny graph.
Oh, okay.
Agreeably, the assumption you make was wrong. So the graph drawing is wrong. That makes sense. So that kind of mislead us lah. So instead of thinking that the drawing is dangerous, think that the drawing is very essential. You understand?
Yeah.
It is essential to get it correct. So I want you to redraw it properly, and let's see whether there are changes to it.
Okay. Do I need? Okay, never mind.
Right. Draw first, and then we think again. The drawing is extremely important. No escape. No need to escape also. It'll be easy after you get draw. Kyoko, oh yeah, good, Kyoko. So you're seeing that certain things cancel, right? This one, correct or not?
Yeah.
This one does not. So good news, right? This one's a good news now, right? This one, if it cancels, it kind of feels like a bad news. It kind of feels like it's a bad news. Right? So this is the careless mistake practices in binomial. And let's see whether this is probably maybe wrong, maybe, right? Maybe, right? Probably, right?
It's
Okay.
a mistake. It's a mistake.
Right. So you kind of be very sensitive to this kind of thing, right? Very good, very good. So that's the training. Good. So Michael, any idea?
Oh,
Right.
I saw this segment thing, but then it has nothing to do with PDA.
Not yet, not yet. I like the 62. The 27 also we can use it lah, but 27 is used for something else lah, right? Now look at me, look at me. This is something that you cannot forget in this kind of question. Isoscelousness always plays a role, almost always one. Do you realize that during all this triangle thingy, you do have an isosceles triangle involved here?
Yeah.
All right. Who is that?
BOD.
All right. That's one. That's one. The second thing that you cannot forget is that there is 90-degree involved here also. Not the BOD lah, of course.
Where?
Oh my goodness. So
it's
have
AED.
who? AED. No, AED is 90-degree, but that's why 27 plus 63 is 90-degree. That's correct. That's correct. I like it. You are correct. You missed the other 90-degree. Oh, I cannot believe it. You missed the other one.
There's another one.
90-degree is to a diameter, ma. You know this, ma.
Yeah. Is it this?
If you can see AED is 90-degree, how come you cannot see ABD as 90-degree? What's stopping you from that?
To be honest, I have no idea.
I mean, it's a visual question, right? So you can choose the isosceles route, but you can also choose the 90-degree route. Your choice, lah. But at this point, you know already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Aryan, any problems so far? New question. Yeah, new question.
Yeah, there's another the distance thing, but this time it's like not as clear.
Right. Give me the question if you want to ask. Yeah. Noah, any problems so far?
I don't think so.
Right. Oh, Kyoko, you completed, right? Completed it, right? So Kyoko, there's the thing that they're trying to practice. They're trying to train you here, which is first of all the pattern. I think you get the pattern well, and secondly the careless mistake. This topic tests you a lot whether you are a careless mistake person or not. So if it is you are a rather careless person, you can either see this topic as a doom, die already, right? Because there is no escape. Okay, that's one way to see it. Or you can see it as a very big opportunity to correct that weakness. Two ways of seeing it. Are you a careless person?
Not really.
Then make sure that you strengthen your sensitivity, because too many numbers, we are just human being, we will make mistake. You understand? We just have to be a bit more patient, a little bit more sensitive towards it, right? Other than that, good job. Definitely good job, right? Okay. Aryan, are you sending me something? Oh yeah, you did. Okay, I'm putting it in the Jamboard, right? So Aryan, tell me what's the question here?
Part 3.
Part 3, distance travel in the 4th second. Good. So initial displacement. Good. So there is a reason why they ask you for 2. 2 will help you in 3. Do you know why?
That's when the V is 0. Oh yeah, that's when the
not the V. Of course, the V is 0. Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything here?
That's when the maximum displacement happens.
I mean, DSTT, right? So I will call it this way. So the initial displacement is what? -2, right?
Yeah.
So -2, let's say go up, correct?
Yeah.
And then we hit a maximum, correct?
Yeah.
At 1.87. And then where does it go? It will go?
We'll go the opposite direction.
It will go down. And then that's it, because the other T is minus, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So I will put 4 seconds here. Look. How are you supposed to find the distance traveled in the 4 seconds if you know that the graph looks like this?
you substitute the value of t when v equal to 0 into s.
And then
Then
what will you find in the graph?
There will be like the maximum displacement.
This guy, max guy, right? Again.
Yeah.
Then
you times 2.
I would avoid that. I would avoid times 2.
No, you do.
They are not symmetrical, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I will avoid that. I will agree with you finding the max. That one I agree. But what else can you do? Anyway, if you times 2, you only found this, which is useless currently. Yeah. And it's not symmetrical, by the way. So I would avoid doing that.
Yeah. 4th second is like 3 to 4th second. So that's 1 second.
Why are you assuming a 3-second thingy? What does the 3-second have to do with this?
4th second, like the 3rd to the 4th second, like that.
Oh my goodness, I forgot to see this. Oh my goodness, so sorry. So my mistake, and this is my mistake. No, that's my mistake. No, the 4th second. Yeah, the 4th second is from 3 seconds to 4. Sorry. Right, so we won't be needing the max here. You will be needing it in the 4th part anyway, right? So you'll be needing it. So, but we're gonna not do this first. So from 3 to 4. So what kind of distance? How can you find from 3 to 4?
3 to 4. Sorry.
Look, simply, you're confusing something which turns out to be not very complicated. Just find where 3 is. Just find where 4 is, right? Just find it. This is the displacement at 4. This is the displacement at 3. You go and find it. This minus that is your distance traveled in the 4th second.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's not complicated. And that's what they're trying to train you. Oh, it's actually like that one. Something like that. Okay. Give it a try. Michael, are you stuck? Michael, are you stuck?
I don't think so.
All right. As for your BDA, I think your BDA is 27. Yes, I believe so. Okay. Oh my goodness, you have the 3rd method to do BDA. You can use the same segment thingy. Do you see that? Oh my goodness, there are 3 methods. There are 3 methods to do this.
What?
BEA is 27, right?
Yeah.
Has the same segment as BDA, right?
Oh, okay.
That's the 3rd method. The 2nd method is the 90 degree, which you use. That the first one is the isosceles one, right? So okay. So all right. So Kyoko, wow, okay. Oh yeah, you're using part 2. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Good. What's the question in 15, Kyoko? That seems awfully easy.
Expand this, then
To,
using the result, simplify.
Oh. Really? Like that?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, this is a rare question, but okay, it's doable. It's doable. No, it's right. Don't do that. I understand. No need to. It's doable. Yeah, no need to. It's doable. You do you. Aryan, okay so far?
Yeah.
Right. Is the answer okay so far?
Yeah.
Now, for the first 5 seconds, though, you will need more than this, right?
Yeah.
Noah, are you okay so far?
I got one question.
Yes. Oh my goodness, we are totally out of time. Okay, right. We're quite productive today. Good, right? Kyoko, your last question for this one. Aryan, same thing with you. My thing. Yeah, we should be ending already. So Noah, your last question.
Question 2.
Diagram user. Find the corner cell. Okay, can you find PQ and R?
I can't find R.
You just intersect the line with the curve.
Oh, but there's 2 answers. Then choose the.
It's easy from the visualization to see which
Okay,
one is
yeah,
which,
can.
right? It's easy, lah, right? You must choose one. You must choose one.
Oh, then besides that, I think can already. The next 2
Yeah,
parts.
I think so. Right. I will see you on Thursday.
Okay, see you, Kak.
Yeah. Michael, any problems so far?
I can't find BQA.
What is your thinking? Tell me.
I
What
have
do you,
no
but you cannot find BQA? You can, nonsense. Now, BQA don't have any relationship, lah, right? You cannot use any shortcut like same segment thingy. You understand that first?
Okay.
So it's just a normal triangle where if you want to find BQA, you find BAQ and you find ABQ. You understand? It's
Sure.
kind of normal like that because there is no shortcut. Understand?
Okay.
Okay, I expect you to be able to do that. Huh? I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Aryan, any last question?
No.
All right. I'll see you on Thursday then, yeah? Kyoko, any last question?
I actually skipped the question 7 part 2.
Are you curious about that?
Yeah, because it's like involving indices. I don't know how that's linked to binomial.
Would you please, no, no, I think that's, this is a rare question, which they like a lot in A level, not in O level. Right? So you ask that in Thursday, on Wednesday, sorry, tomorrow. Right? Okay. I want to explain that. Right? For this question also, 15.1, if you're stuck, I want to explain that. And I still owe you one more question, which is from 11.1, right? Okay, so at least 3 questions for tomorrow, and we continue doing it. Now, what happens when your teacher tomorrow starts, and let's say your teacher ends logarithm and starts binomial. Let's say. Okay, what will you do in class?
I'll get listen to the basics and like as soon as possible try to start doing questions.
Judging from the seemingly slow speed of your class, right? You probably will not get anything new during the first 2 sessions of binomial. That's minimum. You probably won't get anything new from the first 4, is what I'm guessing here right now.
Yeah.
Because each session can be half an hour or 1 hour. So my suggestion to you is when binomial starts, you continue your practice. Let's go.
Okay.
Don't listen until things are a little bit more advanced. You can tell one. Do you understand? No? You can tell one. Oh, teacher is there. Oh, I did that. Teacher is here. Wait, I've done that, right? You know, because that's the benefit of holiday tuition and everything. That's the benefit. Okay? Right? You should be independent on your class, but you should be alert when maybe teacher is covering something that I haven't got. Just be alert on that.
Okay.
If you can do that, you will be a happier student, I would say. See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Aryan, I'll see you on Thursday.